Welcome back. Today we're going to show you how to animate your character's face inside FaceFX Studio and how to save out the animation to the cutscene editor. There is one recent discovery of a limitation to the animate face tracks that I recently encountered. Unfortunately, the editor does not allow you to copy and paste animate face tracks into the same track, or any other track for the matter. You have to create separate animate face tracks, and you have to load them independently, meaning they have to have their own IDs. This is a big letdown, because if you have a long shot on your character's face, like here as an example, and you want to copy and paste these tracks, you won't be able to do it. What's going to happen is the save options up here are going to gray out like these icons here, and it won't allow you to save your project. It's a big letdown because this just means double the work. But let me show you how to animate in FaceFX so you could kind of just get the job done anyways, regardless of how long it's going to take. So let's get started. So here we have young Juliana, and I went ahead and created the winking animations in advance just to show you how it looks like. So let's go ahead and play that. Alright, so as you can see, it's a very minor touch, but compared to the times that she does not blink, it's much more realistic, don't you think? Alright, so let's go ahead and show you how it's done. Go ahead and create a new track by clicking on your character, and then right clicking on it. Go to Add Track, right click on the new track, Add Action, Animate Face, left click on the new track that you created. Over here we want to select Face. I know in the previous tutorial I told you that I didn't find any usage for any of these two, but I just discovered that this works just fine when you're just only animating the face and you're not moving the head at all. So go ahead and type child if your character is a child, and let's go ahead and right click on that track and go to Edit FaceFX. Whoops, and I forgot to tell you, save. Alright, here we go. Alright, so here we are. Let's go ahead and position our character. Preview. Alright, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and sort our nodes by node name type. And let's go ahead and go to workspace. Oh, sorry. Create a new camera. Gotta do this first. Keep forgetting. Now go to workspace. Now this is up to you. I really don't care for renaming the workspace from workspace 1 to winking or blinking or anything like that, because it's just one simple animation and you already kind of know what it's going to be, so you can leave it alone if you want. But go ahead and click on Enter Workspace Edit Mode. And let's click on this button here, Add a Viewport, and select the new camera and hit OK. Go ahead and sort your nodes so they can match the ones over here. And let me go ahead and show you how to actually adjust this so that it's not stretched out, if you prefer to look as close as the preview as possible. So just click here or anywhere, and you'll notice a green icon or a green little dot appears. This allows you to drag the entire, I call it a picture because it kind of looks like a picture, but it's the viewport, or the camera should say. Oh, the viewport, really, yeah. So let's go ahead and move it off to the side a little bit so we can see this little green dot, and you can adjust the width this way. Alright, so there you are. Now let's go ahead and choose the blinking nodes that we want to use. I know there's going to be two of them. There's this one. Let's preview it by dragging this. And there's also this other one, which is pretty much the same but named differently. It's called Blinker. So let's just use this guy, Blinker. So this is how we do the animations in FaceFX Studio. We select the node that we want to use, and we click and drag to the drop axis, or I'm sorry, the drop x-axis. I can't say it. The drop x-axis box here, and it's going to create our slider. This is just a preview. Now when you go to the help section of this program and you browse around on how to do these things, it's going to tell you to also drag it down into the y-axis box, which creates a y-axis that allows you to slide in an upward motion. But for the sake of convenience, it's actually much easier just only dragging your nodes into the x-axis. And I'll show you why in a second. So after you do that, go ahead and drag this box, which says drag to create, and we're going to drag our slider to the convenient places that you want them to be in. In my case, I prefer them to be sorted on the left hand side. You could even go as far as moving this guy off to the side here. Well, you want that black box in there so you can see the slider, don't you? Alright, that's good. So essentially what you want to do is the more nodes you have, the more space you should have available for them. Like in this case here, say you had like 5 or 10 nodes, you'd have enough space to sort them out on the left hand side, and then you can work with it that way. So after you drag all of your nodes that you want to use for your entire animation, go ahead and leave edit mode and say yes, you want to save it. And you see what it did, and it distorted the image because we resized it. So that's why sometimes it's not good to resize this here. So let's go ahead and kind of put it the way it was. That's good enough. Alright, so we have our blinker slider, animation slider. You can go ahead and just use it here. It's pretty much the same as this slider over here. The difference is we're going to use this one to animate. Alright, so I went ahead and calculated how long it takes to blink per minute. You can actually do this yourself if you plan on doing your own blinking animations. What you would do is picture yourself in the scene. Actually picture yourself in the shoes of your character and in the scene that he's involved in. In my case, my character is just staring out on the horizon. There's nothing much going on, so I picture myself staring out on the horizon. But you do that as soon as you press play. I can't speak to that. Alright, so you do that. There we go. 1, 2. Now you'll notice that went too fast. The reason for that being is that our max time range is 1 second, so that's not good enough. So let's go ahead and put that to, let's say, 6 seconds. Alright, so let's test it out. Alright, good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and picture myself in the scene and just blink normally, and then I'm going to pause it right when I get to my first blink. So here we go. Pause, right there. Oh, great. I wasn't even watching what I was doing. Alright, let's do it again. Right there. Okay. I think about 1 second. Actually, it was about right here.